Hey there, it's Dr. Gregg from Align Wellness Center in Northbrook, and I'm excited to have a conversation today with one of our keynote speakers at our upcoming conference at the end of September in Downers Grove, Illinois, for the Illinois Prairie State Chiropractic Association. So we're going to put together a great program, and one of our speakers has been kind enough to share some time with us, and we're going to go through some questions so you can get to know her before she gets here. And you'll realize why you need to not just come, but you also need to bring your team. So what I want to do is introduce Hailey Jules to all of you. And I'm going to just ask you, Hailey, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you. So, yes, my background, for as long as I could remember, I was really obsessed with people and why they do what they do, and human interaction and human needs psychology. So, I studied that for several years. I had an amazing opportunity to work with Tony Robbins' organization, go through their programs as well, and then neurolinguistics programming trainings and team building. So, all my experience has been in team building. And then I'll share at the conference, I'd love to share my story of what brought me to chiropractic. But basically, I just experienced chiropractic miracles like I never thought possible. And I felt like I had found the fountain of youth and like the true secret to health and well-being. And I couldn't understand why it was such a secret and why more people didn't know about it. So I became quite obsessed and started going to chiropractic conferences. I think that's where you and I met, and working in a chiropractic office and just figuring out, why don't more people know about this? And that's where I had the opportunity to chat with a lot of chiropractors and say, what's going on? Like, why isn't everyone under chiropractic care? And as we began to chat about this, the biggest discovery that I had and the most common thread was finding chiropractors with these huge hearts, and they're there serving and loving and adjusting their patients, but didn't really have after that the time and energy to run their practice and grow their practice. Maybe didn't know how to train, hire, when to fire, all their team building things that they needed. So it was really quite perfect. I was able to take my love and fascination for chiropractic and my love for people and why people are the way that they are, and combine those together to build a training program for chiropractors. So I had the opportunity to work in Dr. Nona Javid's practice. That was the practice that helped my family so much and brought chiropractic miracles to us. So I got to work there and help her build her claim to fame to have a part-time $1 million cash practice. And then I got invited to come in and teach chiropractic assistant breakout sessions with coaching companies, with Elite. I think we've met there as well.
Mhm.
And then from there, just organically, doctors started to say, will you come do for my office what you did for Nona? Will you come out, train my team? So I would go in, run these immersive experiences all around the globe to really help chiropractic assistants run from a place of purpose and find their why, their chiropractic why, so that they're being fueled from within and working, taking a sense of ownership and pride in the work that they do, and really enjoying like this precious life they have and the precious experience of working with patients. So I've now spent the last 11 or 12 years doing just that, working with chiropractic assistants all over and helping chiropractors build a strong, confident team that really runs and grows the business for them.
So now this is really cool because you're going to be bringing this, you bring this to some of this to offices all around the
Yes.
world, and you're going to be bringing it to our conference to share some of it with our team members and with the doctors,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because this is typically going to be targeted to doctors and we usually focus on our stuff. What are you going to be sharing with the doctors? What is it? Give us a little tidbit on what to expect from the pieces that you're going to be sharing with the doctors and the teams. We're all going to be together to go over things.
Yes, absolutely. So, in the session with the chiropractors and the teams and everybody, we're going to be focusing on chiropractic history and philosophy and really getting down to the root and core and having a remembrance of why are we here? Why do we do what we do? And how do we bring that to the teams as well? So I really encourage the chiropractic assistants to be there and attend this talk as well, even though they don't need the CE credits necessarily. Don't miss this one. Don't skip out on it. I'm always so amazed how many chiropractic assistants I meet that don't know chiropractic philosophy. They don't know the story of the very first adjustment that was ever given, and things that to a lot of chiropractors are like common knowledge, very basic things, or you learned in school. So it's going to be a discovering or a rediscovering of chiropractic philosophy and history, and really why we do what we do, and building that foundation into the care, into the re-exam, and into the patient experience that patients are having.
Very cool. This is going to hit to our audience really powerfully because the association you're joining us for is really focused in philosophy, and we'd love to
Oh, I
have
love that.
chiropractors come and share their philosophy and share chiropractic philosophy. So if you're a chiropractic buff, this is going to be how people in the world, not chiropractors, hear chiropractic philosophy and interpret it from clinics that they've worked in, from practices that they've shared, so that you can actually maybe hear what people hear you saying and what you can
Yes,
potentially
yes,
hear your staff saying, because we grew up in the staff. You grew up in a chiropractic office.
absolutely.
Now, what should the doctors wind up expecting for their CAs and some of the other sessions to be learning about or experiencing, and why should they bring them to this?
Definitely. So we have 3 sessions. Each one builds on the last. So they want to come to all 3 sessions, but they can also stand alone as well. And these are for any chiropractic assistant or anyone in the office that takes a place of leadership and helps build and refer. So even your massage therapists, bring them. Anyone in the office at all, your rehab person, absolutely, your x-ray tech, bring them to be part of this experience. And it's really going to unite everyone as a team and just kickstart your team. Even if you have the sharpest team, I always say it's one thing to be sharp, but another to maintain your edge. So we've got to have these growth opportunities for our team to keep them sharp. And you can expect coming to these sessions, teams that were starting to get on autopilot or burn out or just didn't really have that great work ethic. You can expect to see massive improvements in that, where they have an inner drive and an inner fire in their belly to work and work hard, work from a place of purpose, and be consistent every time. So that's going to be a huge focus in these sessions. The first session is really tapping into your team's peak performance. So we're going to build them up and look at each person's unique strengths and how they could use their strengths to run and grow the practice for you. And then our second session, we have, he likes it. I can tell your team's coming. Good. Our second session is profit pockets through organic marketing. So we live in such an amazing time where you don't need to pay for marketing and spend all this money and do all these crazy things and jump through all these crazy hoops. There are so many resources that you have right now in your practice that your team can utilize to really grow the practice and really market. So we're going to look at 3 different categories of marketing, making sure you don't have all your eggs in one basket, that you're prepared. And these are, again, all things your team can really do for you to continue the growth of the practice. And then the third one, before I jump into the third one, do you have any questions or thoughts or even requests on things you
Yeah,
want me
what are
to
those?
jump in
Like,
there?
I want to know what those 3 are to wind up making sure that my team is doing it. But if you want to
Yes.
save some for the conference, I totally understand.
Okay, I can give a sneak peek of the 3, and then I'll
Okay.
share how to create those. So the 3 is going to be your internal marketing, your external marketing, and then anything you're doing online, your social media marketing and online outreach. And I've seen so many times over the years where there'll be an office that's really strong in one. I had an office and they were breaking their records every single month I was working with them, and really strong part was talks. Their doctor would give health talks and bring in dozens of patients. The team was dialed in on how to sign people up after a health talk, and their practice is just consistently growing. Then, of course, pandemic happened, shut down. They couldn't do any health talks, and they had no other strengthened outlet for growth. Now, thankfully, they were able to stay open, which is even just so wonderfully impressive. They were in New Jersey and they did maintain, and then we got them back to a place of growth. But our first focus was, hey, let's grow these other two pockets, these other two baskets, so that you don't have all your eggs in one basket. And so that's going to be just really essential to make sure they're strengthened and your team knows how to support you and really how to run your marketing as well. And it doesn't have to be expensive.
And that sounds amazing to have someone else in, I'll call it the dogfight of attracting new people into your office. Rather than it just being sitting right here on my shoulder as the doc, having team members who feel relevant, important, and want to help in the success of helping more people change their lives through chiropractic.
Absolutely. I know it's the best part that I'm going to show them how to do.
Oh my gosh,
how to create patients that do that. Everything you just explained, where your patients are your marketers and they're growing the practice for you. It's so easy to do. And that's when you run practice with ease. And it's effortless when you're filling the patient's bucket and they're filling your bucket. It's a beautiful thing.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh my God, I am too. Now, this is just around the corner. It's at the end of the month. I believe it's September 26th and 27th in Downers Grove. Below here on this post link or whatever it is, you'll find a link to how to register and register your team to join us.
I love that.
I want to thank you so much for hopping on with me and joining me. Is there anything else you want to tell our guests or guide our guests towards?
I do, yes. So there is the one more session as well, which is going to be all about the new patient experience. Yes. So all the practical nuts and bolts, taking a new patient through and really making that magnificent. So we're really working on everything, getting the new patients, attracting new patients, bringing them through, and then keeping those awesome patients and really keeping them inspired. I heard a really cool quote years ago, and I wish I remember who said it because it was a chiropractor, and he said, it's our job in chiropractic not to lead the horse to water, but to create thirst. And I love that so much. And so that's really what your team's going to be learning, is how do you create that thirst, that hunger for chiropractic within your community that we're all so good at quenching.
I love it. Oh my gosh. This is going to be really awesome. You guys should wind up coming, joining us. We're going to have fun. Stay the night. Even if you live in Chicagoland, we hang out. We have some dinner. We have some great fellowship with colleagues. It winds up being a great event. It goes on Friday from about 1 o'clock until Saturday at 7. Split then, get home to your families, enjoy your Sunday with them, but come have a great time in reconnecting and digging deeper into chiropractic, who you are, your community, and your team.